I found out where the term podcast come from.
What is it?
I didn't know this. The term...
We don't either.
The term came from...
What does the term come from?
iPods were created.
Really?
They were originally just called broadcasts. But when iPods came out, they called them podcasts. And now they're just used. That's just the term for it, for anything.
Apple shaping the world.
Wow, I wish they Apple
Still stealing ideas, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the unofficial Saturday Night with the Boy podcast. It's not even on, is it?
No, it's on. It's just barely.
Is it recording?
Voice.
Yes. You guys are gonna have to talk close to that mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
I feel so
welcome to the unofficial Saturday Night podcast with the boys, also happening on a Sunday morning.
It's not Sunday morning yet.
Idiot.
By the time this podcast is over...
best.
Oh yeah, by the time the podcast is over, yeah, it's Sunday morning, but right now it's Saturday night with the boys.
With the boys.
But Saturday nights are alright for fighting, gentlemen.
Which one is it?
For fighting? What's your
Have you never heard Saturday nights alright for fighting?
No. Is that like a Fight Club thing?
No!
Because I don't remember.
Oh my
It sounds like something that would be in Fight
Connor,
Club.
don't speak about Fight Club.
We don't talk about Fight Club. Brad Pitt taught us this already.
Connor, I
And
will
you
throw this
just
cheesy
broke
bread
the
at
rule like I
you.
did.
No, you broke the rule first.
I guess I've got to shoot
Listen.
myself.
Just because I killed someone first doesn't automatically eliminate the fact that you murdered someone right after I did.
No. Once you, the only reason you can talk about Fight Club is to say that you can't talk about Fight Club.
Talk close in the mouth.
But that's talking about Fight Club, isn't it?
You have to kind of put it up.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, but just...
Oh, is that going to be our... Hold on.
I could probably just...
That's gonna be our intro. Just Saturday Night with the Boys. Thanks for coming.
Welcome to Saturday Night with the
We're not doing ASMR.
We're not doing ASMR.
We're not doing ASMR, but it'd be funny if we did. We're not doing that part, no.
So,
Why so serious?
I was going to ask how your guys' week was.
Work was busy.
It was great until Valentine's Day.
Oof.
It was fine.
Let's not get into that. Yeah.
For me, it was fun.
Valentine's Day was fine.
Yeah, it's because you're a lonely boy.
Valentine's Day was fine for me because I didn't have anything to worry about. I had nothing to buy.
No, me and Austin were your Valentines, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't get you guys.
I know, but we.
Yeah, you did. You gave me a hash brown.
No, you didn't.
Hold on, wait, no,
We're
Jan-
not going to set that precedence right now.
No, Jan, you gave me a hash brown, remember?
I did give you a hash brown.
So you got me something.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, Jalen.
We had a.
I love you.
I feel like this is a complex relationship we have here.
We had a late date for Valentine's Day. We'll wait until the Friday after.
We did. We saw
Oh, I'm
one
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
It
was a
nice.
real late
You got
date.
a little something in the
You
movie.
went to go see. You absolutely went to go see his Black Panther.
You need to be quiet.
So I was surprised in the movie theater to see that there weren't that many black people in the theater.
I was honestly.
I also have to take into account, there's not a lot of black people in our area. We have a lot of, Hispanic and white people.
That's true. There was a lot of
but I thought it'd be darker shade because the movie has a very
50 shades darker.
I can't believe it's 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker than 50 Shades Free. They need to come up with a damn color palette and stick to it.
I don't even like that anime.
Free. This was the one Watabu Stone Club. The famous yaoi anime of the century. It's not even yaoi. It's just very brotherhood.
Honestly, though, fuck.
There's a Black Eyed Peas joke in Twilight, and I love it so much.
You know what else?
Why did you watch Twilight?
What? Because my witchy stepmother was in the So, I guess my old witchy stepmother. My current stepmother is very nice and lovely, but my old one, she watched Twilight a lot, and I was forced to watch it with her because we only had one TV in the whole house, and I wanted to watch TV. And I was when I was younger, I used to like.
Was that when
Twilight,
you lived in the cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
I remember playing Halo with you there.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest thing ever.
It was my little Xbox. I was one of the rich kids because I had an Xbox.
Yeah, you were one of the Chads.
You have an
on
X
one.
360 or just an Xbox?
An Xbox.
Well, obviously you were.
No, it was the 3D. It was the 3D.
Oh yeah, Papa Moose had the 3 Diddy, and I was like the cool kid because everyone's like, "Whoa, let's go to Austin's house and play Halo," and I was like,
Before I had a PS2, I had one of those, like, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the Action 52s.
"Yeah."
The ones that had
I
like,
had a
a
Rocket
bunch of
League.
games on it. That had like a bunch of NES games and stuff. I played Punch-Out, and I was bad at it. But my friend across the street had a PS2. And he hated me because I went to his house every single day.
I had a PS2, but I only had like a couple games, and it was like Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Tak and the Power of Juju, which I
Oh my god! Yes!
I never finished it. I can remember because I was sitting there at this part, had no idea. I was in like this like tree forest hut
Yeah, I know what you're talking
town.
about. I haven't played that game in years.
That terribly rendered girl was my childhood.
I had the
honestly-
nuts and bolts version.
No,
of, no, that's a Jack
Banjo.
Jack Daxter.
Jack
Jack Daxter.
Jack and
Wait,
Jack.
Jackie Daxter isn't Nuts and Bolts. That's Banjo-Kazooie.
I know, but like I had their
Janzo.
version of Nuts and Bolts.
Oh, Jack
Nuts and
X.
Bolts. Jack X, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Jack and Dax.
My
Because I forgot the name
childhood
of the game. I was
crush.
just like, I know it's like Nuts and Bolts, except you don't make your own card.
My childhood crush was freaking Raven from Teen Titans. Dude, I was all over that when I was a kid.
I don't think I really remember my childhood crush. That's
I
it.
got a Sega Dreamcast from my uncle. Do you know what Sega Dreamcast is? So
Yeah.
Sony. It was Sony's like first like.
Sony?
Oh yeah, it was a Sega. No, sorry, not
Sega.
yeah. I don't know Sega, but Sega.
Sega.
helped
When
me.
Sega actually
No, it's a
makes
Sega.
these
It's a
things.
Sega console.
Yeah, it's a
I know, but it's like the precursor to what PlayStation was supposed to be.
Sure.
And so, like, I was the happiest when I got it, and I was more happy than when I got like my PlayStation 4. And my uncle was amazed because like, I'm giving you my junk, and I went, I know, I love it because it had Vegas at like the first like hit in the Vegas franchise. It was called Rainbow Six Assault.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
And it was like just like you couldn't aim up or down. It was a lot of this, but there were snipers up above, but you couldn't shoot at them. You had to go up into the tower and then shoot them. And I loved it.
Rainbow.
Was Dreamcast with the one with Sonic Adventures, or was that Saturn?
That was the one with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Saturn didn't have any Sonic games.
Sonic.
Except for Sonic Shuffle. Which is...
Did it have Sonic R? Or was that also...
Hey, Austin.
I think that was Sega Saturn.
What?
No, that wasn't.
Want
Yeah,
this
no, Sonic
cheesy
R
bread?
was...
Shut up. Oh, I thought we were doing the joke.
No, do you want this cheesy bread though?
Not really.
We have cheesy bread with us.
I don't like cheesy bread.
You know what else we have with us? We have a little bitch. I'm just kidding. It's Austin.
Oh.
That was just me.
Almost as tall
That
as
was
you.
bullying.
Don't
See, the thing is, I was gonna bully you, Connor, but everybody bullies you, and I
Yeah,
wanted to go against
And
the
like how
bitch.
Austin caught on to that finally.
He's been complaining a lot recently that we've been
Yeah,
talking too much.
and I have a just right.
I don't
do
want to
so.
be in his
What are you, a
suicide
woman?
note, so I've been nicer to him recently.
Yeah. I have a right.
I
I
don't
want to be on Connor's suicide note.
Yeah, that just means you're the closest to him.
Aww.
Not in a good way, but
I mean, it just depends on the
That's
perspective.
what Connor's
Tyler gets
suicide
my
would be
piece.
filled with just like a lot of women. It's like, this is your fault, your fault, your fault.
oh no.
And I don't think that's what it would be. I don't think that's what it would be at all.
No, it's just like,
There-
you broke
see,
my heart.
Women is not a problem in Connor's relationship. In Connor's relationship.
Honestly,
That
like,
would-
hold on,
Connor's
guys. You could actually probably completely ruin someone's life if you put on your suicide note, like, oh, this person was the reason. For
And people do that, and it's
Yeah, it's
awful.
pretty bad.
Even if I would say even if it is their fault, like
Nah,
That's like, I don't like 13 reasons.
it's just another piece. in
13's
that game
reason
of
why
chess
isn't
you
bad
play
because
with
it's
life.
about suicide, even though it should
that's
be
your
bad.
final move.
It's bad because it's just a bad.
That's your
series.
automatic checkmate.
That is your like that is their like they moved their pawn in a way where you can't check them, but
What are you talking about?
I totally missed this conversation.
nobody wins, and that's what a suicide is. It's like nobody wins.
It's true. Nobody wins.
Exactly,
you
but
know,
it's like that.
actually, one
and then
person wins.
suicide
It's the
note-
devil. He gets another soul.
Oh God. He gets the reap.
And the suicide note is like that last little like I'm leaving this.
That's true. No, yeah, no. Suicide note. It's like
If
None of them
I-
are good. No one walks away with that suicide note going, well, thanks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They're usually burned or thrown away. Cause
You know what I
one
put on my
slug is that
suicide
in the
note? Oh, Bunga didn't.
At least it's not the suicide note from Darkest Dungeons where it's just like three or four like words that just says this is your fault.
Wait, there's a suicide note in Darkest Dungeon? The game?
Oh no, sorry, Dark Dungeons.
Oh, I was like
The game about the one where people said D&D is evil.
I like
That JonTron reviewed.
John.
Oh yeah, I'm remembering now.
The biggest
It was like
spikes
verbatim.
in like our sound on the podcast is Jalen's laughs.
Oh no,
And I love it
because
because
it's
it's like
pretty loud.
it's like
Jalen
the
laugh
highest
for
like
us.
hitting fucking thing, and I love it.
Well, I
so
have
much.
to. You have to do something funny.
No, it's just like no matter how loud it
There it is, okay.
no matter how loud me
All right, hold on. Let's see
His
who
laughs
let's
are
see who has
always
the
like-
highest laugh.
Well, you two are far away from that mic over
Yeah,
there.
that's yeah. It is.
It's Jalen's laugh because he like
and also
So-
the fact that you're using a Guitar Hero mic. Where
Yeah,
the
no,
peaks
since you guys are unaware, they're using a Yeti mic over there, and we are using a Guitar
Spaghetti.
Hero microphone. Dude, it's beautiful.
well they make good
Spaghetti.
quality stuff. Like this company has made awesome.
Hi,
good
Chewy.
technology.
Please don't tap the microphone. It's gonna... No, stop it.
No, it's
Um,
fine. He can tap the mic. It's not as bad. That was bad. But
So,
yeah, you
I
can see
have
this.
achieved.
You can see this. Like
I remember this last play channel I watched, like, a long time ago. They used Guitar Hero mics,
Yeah.
like, to record through Skype.
Ralph
so
Silly
it
Movie
sounded
Maker
really
used
bad.
to use a Guitar Hero mic for most of the videos, and it sounded fine. Yeah, it also
Yeah, just drink that whole bottle.
Honestly, I like just hitting things in the room and just watching the little spikes go up, just like.
like that.
Oh yeah, this is a great studio, guys.
Okay, no, we don't have a choice on what our studio is. We have no budget.
We have a living room.
I downloaded 2 free software and a Guitar Hero mic.
Well, I should have
You had to
mentioned that
download
like
a Guitar Hero.
my
mic? Wow.
my house is empty this weekend.
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, because I didn't like it was. I was like, oh
Well, because
shit.
all 4 of us would have to be stuffed in Austin's little room.
No, my house, my entire house is empty.
Oh.
Like no one's at my house right now. I fed my cat, kicked him, and walked out of my house.
Why'd you kick your cat?
What a
Because he
real
bit my leg. Like I was opening my door and he tried to run out, so I grabbed him and like he clawed my arm, then bit my leg, and then ran back inside.
Well,
so I
why'd you
punted
grab
him. Because he can't be outside. He's an inside cat, and my sister would like die if he got away.
So by punt, you mean you like nicked him, right?
No, I punted him.
Oh, don't do that.
Down
That's
low.
mean. That's mean.
No, like, and it was coming back. Like I looked at him because like, oh, I gotta lock the house. So like, I looked back in the house and I saw like his eyes glowing from like the street lamp. Like the light was coming around me like an LA noir film. The light was coming in and I saw like his lights like gleam. And like he
Was it playing,
sprinted
like,
out the
really
door.
And then in the corner,
I
you just see truth, doubt, lie.
Was it playing like really smooth jazz in the background, but it was like super distant?
No, it was Bill Burr singing because I had my Pandora on. And like you just like it was like all my just like my leg went and I nailed him and he went. I didn't hear any crash. Like I heard and like I heard him.
I
say-
still can't believe that Bill Burr watched One Punch Man and liked it.
Bill Burr
I mean-
loved One Punch Man in ways that like actors would rarely talk about. Like
He kind of looks like him. You probably related to
Don't
him.
make
quite a
an
bit.
older version. Bald ginger fucking egg. Did you know when people send in like because he like he'll read like viewer messages and stuff.
Oh yeah, for his podcast.
Like people will actively go out and insult him instead of calling him his name. Like they'll be like, "Hey, Billy Two Shits" or some stupid.
That's because one time in his podcast, he went, "If you want to get my attention, insult me." Because like one guy was like, "Hey, you fucker," and he's like, "You got my attention. See, I'm gonna read this with interest now. If you want to get my attention, insult me within the first few letters, and I will read it." And then he just goes on it. So now everyone insults him. It's like a little tradition, like Gabriel Iglesias and Cake.
I think I actually
Oh, yeah.
submit one too.
I would love to submit one. I would love to meet some.
Oh man,
voice actors that
and it was, the worst part.
shit
It was
myself
in
when I think
sophomore year, so you could probably guess what that was about.
Have you guys ever donated to a streamer before?
No,
I have.
because I'm
I
not
don't
an
have
idiot.
any. Well, I've never had any reason. Well, on that.
I
I've had
did-
plenty of reasons.
I have dated the I had like $5 left on my debit card, and I was like,
Did you give the $5 away?
No, I gave it to him because like I just love them so much, and I said, "This is all I have right now. Take it with my love and affection for everything you and everything that you do."
Hold on,
And he
which
went,
was this?
and then like he like one solid tear went like this.
Wait, who was
And
this?
he went, "I love you, whoever you are, old man McCloy. Just know that."
Old man McCloy.
That's my name on.
Why is that your
Twitch.
name?
Because
What?
it's the name of a god on a coin in Dark Souls.
It's not. He's not a god. He's just a priest.
He-
No, but
yeah,
I
he
was
was
like,
like some psycho old dude.
no, I spoke like I had an Irish accent during one of my Twitch streams, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're like old man something," and I went McCloy, and he went, "Oh, Dark Souls," and then me and that guy had like a little conversation about it, and so then I changed my Twitch and my YouTube name to Old Man McCloy, and now I speak with Irish accent during my Twitch streams.
I remember I streamed once, and that was me playing Gravity Rush 1.
That's a great game. to stream.
It's a great game, but I only streamed for 15 minutes because I was uncomfortable. And I only had like 2 people watching me.
I talk to myself all the time, so Twitch is just an excuse.
Yeah.
The voices in my head make it easy.
We're like,
What are you, Randy? What, you Randy Orton now? What's the deal?
Out of nowhere?
No. Because remember Randy Orton's like intro thing was, "I hear voices in my head,
Oh.
they talk to me." Dude.
Yeah, okay.
WWE is absolutely the most barbaric thing.
It's quite the meme.
Have you guys seen they made a VR LA Noir?
no.
Yeah, they did.
No,
It's
I
super funny.
saw the really funny videos of people just touching the faces.
Yeah, because it's like this, and they go, and like the boxing, like if you guys watch General Sam, I love him. He's like, because you have to actually box, and you block just by going like this. Doesn't matter if like you go like this or this, you block like this. And he goes, "Oh yeah," he goes, "Bink," and then he goes, and his character like his wrist breaks and just, and like instead of like throwing actual punches, he pimp slaps him, and he goes, "Yeah, you like that, don't you?" And he goes, "Whoopah, yeah, whoopah, yeah," and he just, and the character like gets knocked down. He's like, "I just slapped yo bitch ass to death," and it's just, I love it. I love the VR everything.
I want to get a VR just for the
I do
VR chat games.
Not even
Dude,
VR
your garage area can support.
Oh yeah, it would support like a massive like area
Setup,
yeah.
more than needed for
Yeah.
one. And that's what would
Then
make
again,
it
you
perfect.
probably just whack your knees against your piano on a regular basis.
No, I don't even put it in like the far corner if you like
Yeah.
use everything.
Far Harbor.
You could actually
No,
like
not
set
hard.
up, get like a decent VR setup in there.
Yeah.
Even like one of the high tech ones too.
This is the
You just need to
best
get
burrito.
Because it is expensive.
No, I've seen one of the like
It's
really high
expensive.
tech ones that come with like their own like ball that you walk on for things, and like if you do like sliding ones, they have like a thing that you get into, and they actually have like VR like setups, and they're getting really like crazy with it. Like that ball, like it's not like a ball; it's like a platform that rolls when you walk on it, so that you don't like bump into crap. And it has like an actual like kind of like Pacific Rim. It kind of has like one of those like
those things that you
Yeah.
kind of lock yourself in.
yeah, and you move like that. We're getting
Oh.
closer and closer to SAO.
So you guys know what Nintendo Labo is? You talking about the Mac?
God, it's so
weird.
The cardboard
So
thing.
do you guys know what it is?
No.
Nope.
It's so
Um,
weirdly like.
So
advanced.
it's basically what Nintendo's new like peripheral thing is that they're
Nintendo's
they're
like, step into the VR market.
yeah, it's like a DIY kit type thing, and you make like there's a thing where you can make like a piano, and then put the Joy-Con in it and you play it,
Oh, I love that so much.
and then there's one and it's a backpack that has a bunch of levers and stuff,
Oh my God.
and you have like a little things that go down your arm into the backpack, and you play like a punch out game with it.
What?
Yeah, you like play like a
Play
mech.
this weird fucking mech game, and dude is like, if you saw it, like if you just saw like the person, you'd think, why do they have a cardboard backpack and like a little cardboard exosuit?
Timo, man.
But then it shows the game with it. This person's like real steel, like boxing.
Well, you could probably do the same stuff with like the normal VR stuff that we have now.
No, but it's like
Yeah, but it's for like a Nintendo.
Why can't we get some like
For kids. It's like a $60 thing.
I
It's a
want
VR like cardboard pack that you build yourself. It comes with really simple.
So it's
like,
like the same thing that
Even
what was
duck-
it, Google who made the little box, or who was it?
Google card.
I just want an SAO kind of VR so that
I want it too. You know why?
so I could just run away from life and live my life as some Chad adventurer.
I wish Overlord
in
would
an
happen. to
MMO.
me. I want Overlord, specifically Overlord to happen.
Operation Overlord.
No, we're not talking about Overlord 2.
Like you want to be in the position of whatever the
No,
main
I just
character
want to
is.
be stuck in the game.
Zul'Gum.
That's my life.
What if it's like
I hate this.
What if
I
you're
hate
just-
this dimension.
What if you're just some gay
okay? What if
farmer?
it's like
What?
What if you're just some gay farmer living on a farm who's
I would
just
be fine with that. If there was magic and it wasn't this,
no,
I'd
and
be.
you jerk your
Wizard.
farm animals off.
Why?
Why is this so bad? What kind of bestiality game are you playing?
Cut. That's cut.
Nope.
We're not having bestiality on the podcast.
You can still just cut that out.
I know. That's what
Yes, we are.
Okay, I was like,
he said cut so we could cut it out.
All right, everybody,
Oh, okay.
5 seconds. Just wait 5 seconds. No talking, so that when he cuts it.
and we're back from our commercial break. Let's go.
So, anyways,
And
back
that's
to what I
what
was
we
saying
show.
about Austin.
No.
No, back to what we were saying about sword art.
That'd be
Sword Art Online
amazing,
sucks, but
No,
it was
like
cool.
their VR, like having it's not too far out of the realm of like impossibility. You just get a device that can activate your sleep
I think
paralysis.
I
Listen,
think
I-
that falling asleep is pretty kind of far off, but like the ones that we saw in the trailer for Ready Player One, where they're just walking in the streets and they have the goggles on.
like the little drug you take in Watch Dogs that gives you like a
Oh yeah, and it's like it creates a little mini.
yeah.
game. That was trippy.
It'd be kind of weird though because like you'd bump into crap or something. Or no,
Well,
they
there's
just-
also the thing in Sword Art Ordinal Scale with the I don't know if you've seen
the
Ordinal.
world becomes like a VR game.
Yeah.
Like when you move in the game, you're actually moving it in real time.
What are you laughing about?
He blew at the mic and it made a sound boop.
Oh, for God's sake.
He
He's so amused by technology.
he
no
pinged
wonder
the-
people
he pinged
are
the-
I think it's also because it is
Technology.
midnight.
Hey, it's
Sunday morning with the boys. I'm not wrong.
It sounds like a church service.
It does.
Sunday morning with the
It
boys.
sounds like one of
Alright,
those
No, it's
sad
the
church services.
Christian church streams that people raid a lot.
That's sad.
It is sad,
I
but
know.
It's also
really fun
funny.
to watch.
I didn't know Christianity had.
Yeah, they have
streams. I
like
didn't think they were
streams
that
where they
advanced.
My church
call
live
up-
streams.
I think
they're
they're bad.
People who believe in Christianity are also people who think that the moon is real.
Oh, for God's sake!
But
But yeah,
The
they
moon isn't
call
real. What are you talking
up
about?
the streams and they like have I have this prayer. Can you do this for me? And they're just like, yeah, sure.
I
And they're
never
just
did that. I
beautiful.
was just thinking,
Yeah.
like, they had, like, actual, like, welcome to our Sunday morning church.
And it's
service,
actually,
all of you
like,
that can't make it into
really
the house
cool.
of God this morning.
It's wholesome.
For all of you that don't want to get out of bed.
It's all you stuck at home. We still got the sermon. Right? Yeah.
It's wholesome and pure,
Passion,
and
yeah.
then the 4chan memers come on screen
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey."
No, nice
so glad
little
that the
Christian
Christian
Minecraft server.
And then the Antichrist comes and
I'm glad that doesn't happen.
What?
the green text.
What, Logan Paul, the Antichrist?
Yeah, Logan Paul's the Antichrist.
I can believe it.
Both of them, they're I can't think of two demons.
Lucifer
And
and
Lucifer.
Lucifer's not a demon. He is Satan.
Yeah.
He's still a demon.
Oh, he's Satan
Oh, crikey.
Fine, Beelzebub and
The Basil Goose.
Pride.
The 7 deadly sins.
Belt
Their
the
names
goose.
are their, like, demon
Yes.
names.
That's true.
Pride, wrath, like, all those are actually demon names. I think Beelzebub's, like, the only one that you actually get.
Austin, is
I
the
don't know
next
if that's
Darling in
Bible
the
yet.
Franks episode out yet?
What? It should be out, but yeah, it should be out already.
I've only seen the first episode.
Of what? The Bible?
The Bible?
Darling in the Franks, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I was like, no, because Bible has like a animated series.
No, I'm not. I may not be super religious, but when I was young, my mother would not let me watch Passion of the Christ.
Because
Oh
it's
no, because it's
violent.
Yeah, it's extremely violent. Guess who made it?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
He really likes.
He's a strange man.
I'm sure he doesn't like it, but he has a lot of movies with very, very violent scenes in them.
Well,
Yeah,
there was
it's-
that,
Have you
there was
seen
a-
Hacksaw Ridge?
There was an American Dad joke about him, like a Passion of the Christ 2, where Jesus like was in a movie with Chris Rock, and there was a lot of like Jesus
Well,
like had.
He
like-
also had that little rut in his life where he was like, kind of.
Everyone was just kind of staying away from him because of all the weird stuff he does.
Cause
He had a South Park episode made basically on how weird he was and how people.
Yeah, he
reacted to
had
him.
an American Dad episode, and guess what? Jesus used dual deagles and went around with Chris Rock, basically doing like Heat 2 stuff.
Why Chris Rock?
Because Chris Rock's like, do you know how to use one of these? And he holds up like a, Jesus goes, do you know how to use one of these? And hold up like a deagle, and Chris Rock goes, you know how to use one of these?
Oh, okay.
And Jesus is like,
Hey,
That-
gamers, it's me. The official...
it's Chris Rock.
Hey gamers, it's me, Jesus.
Number
Say hello,
15.
Jesus.
come on the podcast.
Number
and defend yourself.
15. Burger King foot lettuce.
There's just a cat at the
Oh my gosh,
That's the cat.
oh man, I didn't realize. I didn't know.
The
what you were
last
looking
thing you
until I saw
want
it
on your
down.
Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
That's such a stupid meme. Who is that guy?
Tyler.
What is
This
his?
guy, Chills.
I know-
His YouTube channel's named is Chills.
What is his story?
Ain't that
He doesn't have one.
So,
He
Chills...
doesn't
He
have.
doesn't have
Chills
one.
just kind of uploads just like, ooh, top insert number here. Creepy things.
Not creepy things, but just
Mostly
anything.
creepy
Most
things,
of the
though.
Is he like Shiner 24?
No,
Name
No.
drop, that was shameless.
Subscribe to Shybert24. It's
Do
our
not
friend
do that.
Natalie.
On YouTube.
Well, okay, well, I mean,
Follow us on YouTube and Twitch at Shiner24.
She doesn't have a Twitch.
No, I was saying follow us, but it's a joke.
we
Get it?
follow us, we make a Twitch account called Shiner24.
No, I'm just
Are
joking.
we just gonna manage her account now?
We're gonna make a
Do
bunch
it.
of accounts on things that she doesn't have called Shiner24. And we're gonna come to like some big company, like we want to buy your
We could
YouTube
probably
name.
steal her Discord username as well, because she doesn't use Shiner as her username. She
Make a
uses...
Discord
We'll
channel.
buy it
It's
off
called
of her.
Shiner 24.
24 cents.
No, we can appear like some big company and get her all excited, like, when we want to buy your name on YouTube.
And
Oh,
they're always
much.
talking about
50
us.
cents.
Darker 42.
Yeah, we're the biggest names on YouTube.
No, like, oh, this big
Excuse me,
podcast
no.
wants to buy about my YouTube name.
Excuse me.
PewDiePie's like, you ever heard of Saturday Night with the Boys? I would love that so much.
I would actually go to PewDiePie's house in the United Kingdom and I would, like, hug that sweet boy. He needs...
Sweet.
You know what I saw
Fun
in
guy
one of
to hang out,
He does.
at mini golf.
Yeah.
Wait, are we gonna use
They
like?
bought a Gundam in Japan.
Really?
Isn't he in Japan right now?
No,
No.
he just got back.
Okay. He was with the Anime Man.
He bought a
Really?
fucking
Yeah.
Gundam.
Wait, why?
He was
Are
with
they
the Anime
both-
Man. No, they're just friends.
Oh my god, that's actually really cool.
He also got a tattoo of a of his toad that died.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler.
Slippy.
Wait, are we going? Okay. No,
Was his name Slippy?
I don't even
Yeah,
care.
it was Slippy.
Well, while we were like helping, while I was helping her move, we found a picture of you in like your old little Sea Nanners jacket going like this. Remember his Sea Nanners jacket?
I
from
remember
The cat-
seeing it,
the cat
I don't know
one?
the picture you're talking about.
Oh my
No, it was just a
God.
picture of him like holding it over his face, going like like it was just a picture.
Oh, and I
and
had
I
this-
was like, look at him, he looks so small and cute.
Was he as tall? Are you the same height you were as?
No,
No,
I'm
he
like
grew.
3 inches or 4 inches taller.
Yeah, I know.
And bigger. I'm sorry.
Oof.
I haven't grown at
Wow.
all since like senior, sophomore year.
I can't tell if I grew or not.
I haven't grown. in a
I'm sure I
while.
have. I think it's just my hair.
Yeah, it's
You know, some context would be if this conversation was taken out of context. That would be
Fine, let's give them context.
The hair on my head.
Freshman year,
What other hair would make me
Talking
taller?
about
freshman year,
big
he had
hair.
freshman year. Jalen, the guy that you just heard yell, had this giant afro. Had a giant afro and it was glorious. He looked like some like.
You look like Afro Samurai.
No, he looked like that guy from High School Musical.
Oh my god!
Chad.
I didn't hear the end of it
the literal Chad.
all summer. These girls.
Oh my god.
Uncharted. Uncharted. If you guys need some context, there's a cat crawling on a.
I think Chewy wants in. You should
Alright,
go
alright.
open the front door.
Yo.
No, not that one. The other one, the sliding glass.
I just want to. Just the fact. Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun,
Our friend
dun,
Connor,
dun.
aka Bojangles, is addicted to Snapchat.
Joe
It's not
Bungo.
even Snapchat. Just oh my god.
Dun, 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 That was good. Okay.
That was good.
That shiner is
Just the flash of my camera was really funny.
That was good. That was interesting.
You know what's even more interesting?
Free real estate.
If you lean forward so that we can actually hear you and see your vocal waves on the mic. Not that, anything but that.
I'll have you know, I actually served 26 years in Vietnam.
Nope. No, you didn't.
Sorry, sir. I don't believe you.
Sorry, sir. You're a dick.
Sorry, sir, that's a big fat lie.
Have you seen the
Tell me lies,
the
tell me
vine
sweet
about the guy going, so? He stops like this kid going.
You mean
Vietnam
the Chaos
veteran.
Emeralds? I have one right here.
Stop it. He stops that guy that goes, oh, I'm a Vietnam veteran. And he goes, ah. He goes, take that away. Because he knows that because it's some young kid with like a little ponytail coming out of his head. And he tells him to take off the jacket. And the guy's like, it was my brother's. I'll go home now. And he's like, take off the jacket. So the guy takes off the jacket and he has a Minecraft shirt underneath.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, no.
Who does?
This
How old
guy,
is
there's this vine of like this guy walking up to this
The
kid.
non-vet does?
Yeah, no, like the actual, because the guy's a veteran, he's a YouTuber, I forgot his name. And there was this kid, you can tell he was young, he said, I'm a Vietnam War veteran, please give me money. Like, that was what the sign says. And this guy was, like, angry walking up to him, he's like, oh, nice sign you got there, huh? Where'd you serve? And the guy goes, he goes, Nat 8 King. And the guy's like, Nat 8 King, huh? Because he lives in China. And the guy's like, and then you just see the guy, like, the faker, like, just, like, seize up and go, oh. And the guy's like, take off the jacket. He goes, it was my brother's. He goes, take off the jacket now. And like, as he takes off the jacket, it shows, like, his Minecraft shirt. And the guy's like, what the fuck? And it's just a funny
What the
sad scene.
frick?
Were you guys ever into any Viners when it was not alive?
I was into, what's his name? Brandon Calvillo. He's making like movies now, like
Really?
his own like self-made movies.
That's pretty cool.
And he does.
I was into Ed Breen. I don't know if you know.
Ed Breen was who?
I don't actually think his name is Ed Breen. I think it's something else. But he was like the blonde guy.
I was into the guy that mispronounced things.
Chewy.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Shanky Bells.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
I was into that guy, and I was also into the this dude. It's like it's on YouTube. It's like this big series.
I watched Casey
before it was
Neistat.
Vines. That's
No,
nice.
you did not.
Casey Neistat was not a Viner.
But it's
Yeah.
called When You Have No Standards, and it's just this guy. It's just like these girls, and they have different things wrong with them. Like at first they're like, "Oh wow, that's hot," and then like the guy gets close to him, and he's like, "Oh shoot!" Like the guy's like, "Wow, girl, you look beautiful," and then she turns around and she has snot come out her nose. And the guy's like, no, and she's like, no one loves me. And like a guy comes around the corner and plays the same song every time. Let me take you home, girl, and get you all alone, girl. And it plays that same song over and over. And each time the guy comes around the corner with something relating to their issue, like the girl's snot comes around with 2 boxes of tissues, and then just like stomps around the corner like that's
That is the-
No, it wasn't. It was you were fine.
and like just like 2 boxes of tissues. He comes up to and the song plays, and she's like. And then they run and they start like kissing or something. And it's these bunch it's just like When You Have No Standards. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Just this beautiful line. And I'll show it to you guys later.
I hate Vine so much.
No, they're good. Fuck you.
I'd say it's more fun to have no standards because
It is more fun to have more standards. But you need to have some standards.
It's not.
I mean, yeah, but like,
I think it's not that no
When you-
standards is the thing. I think it's that we all have like.
Low.
Oh, I don't have any standards. It's like that. You need someone that just matches with you. You can't just be like, oh, I have no standards. And then like put your hand over your eyes and go, you in a crowd. You obviously gotta be like, me and you.
Oh, I love that song.
We like Bakugan. We
Yeah.
can do this and make this work.
You're gone.
If I beat your Drago with my Clefairy, then I get to ask you out.
If you have the same waifu as mine, then we're talking.
If a girl has the same wife as you, then you have to marry her.
I probably
It
should
is
have worded it better, but it's like not having no standards, but like widening your like scope, I guess, to a lot more.
That's just what love is, Connor. I don't know what kind of twist it's weird.
I don't know because we
Machiavelli
don't really
thing
have
you
like when you're in high school, you have like a very not very, but a limited choice of people for the most part.
No, you don't.
For people like you, I understand like you have like a lot of people that you know because
I
you have
have
connections everywhere.
I have a girl my girlfriend that lives in like 2 counties over.
yeah.
I don't know about you. I only choose the best of the best.
I am.
2 D waifus.
Are you saying like you're picky? Because I can relate to that. I would say I'm
Damn.
picky.
Okay,
Picky.
so here's my outlook on life. Oh my god. No. Here's my little outlook. If there is someone that says, "Hey, I like you," I'm not gonna turn them down
Yeah.
instantly. I'm not gonna be like, "No, I don't want to date you." I'm gonna get to know them. I'm gonna take them to a nice dinner. I'm gonna take them to a movie.
Gonna take him to TGI Fridays.
The
Fine
Chick-fil-A.
dining and wine.
Chick-fil-A. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Oh god,
Say
we have a
no to
Buffalo Wild Wings now around here.
Yeah, we do have.
We
a lot of
do,
those.
and let me tell you, I am happy, and my friends of the photo negative are happy too.
Of the photo negative, you mean me?
I'm not allowed to be racist on the podcast. So
It doesn't matter. You can say black people.
You could just say black people.
Oh, I can't say black people.
Because we're gonna have to censor.
But some
it.
people say
even if you do.
Some people, no, but that's why I said photo negative.
I feel like photo negative is even worse.
Yeah.
Well, you
My
are photo
African
negative.
American
I am
friends.
photo negative, but I'm also partially not photo negative.
Well, I don't like saying African American because you've never been to Africa.
He's
of
African American descent. I come from the land down under.
I'm American.
That's
but I'm also
Australia.
African-American.
I know, but the blood that pumps in you is the blood of the Eagle Emperor.
Shut up.
We was kangs and shit.
We are of the same tribe, you and me. The Americans, right?
Throw me in the ocean with my ancestors that jump ship.
Ooh.
Oh, that scene in the movie made me like, what?
The United States.
It makes sense why they put it in,
No,
though.
but like he was already like black power enough. Like, why'd you gotta throw that extra little bit of like salt?
The mic. Could you chug a little bit more?
So still breathing the mic.
Yeah.
United States
I feel like it was a
are
fine
land.
line.
We won't talk about it anymore, like, so because we don't want to spoil like Black Panther for any of you folks. But the
Black
last
Panther
line
dies
that
at
he
the
throws in before Homeboy like ends, and you know he's gonna end because that's how Marvel movies ends with the villain. And it's just why? Like I like.
So
his-
the line is he's about. Do you guys care? You guys don't.
No. Well, not really. No.
Okay. So one of the characters ends up dying,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Throw me in the ocean with my other ancestors that jump ship because I know that bondage is better than death."
There's actually a line similar to that in American Gods. It's just
I don't
like,
care about it.
I love
'cause it's American
bondage.
Gods.
I know. I'm just. I
It's
recently
American
watched
Gods, so I
American
don't care about it.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think it was a fine line.
No, it's a fine line. It's just like I don't know.
Sure.
Brother had to go there.
You understand because that's what the movie's all about.
I know the movie's all about like you have these two sides of like the same coin.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more complicated. It's like a freaking. It's more like a 10-sided dice.
Mm.
You have like all these different viewpoints in the movies about what can be done about this one problem. And obviously there's this right thing, but you also have this like extreme of you've been sitting on this throne your entire life. I mean, you have the same bloodline, but I've been over in Oakland. I've lived through wars, countless of them, and I've come back. And I've fought my whole life for this while you've been sitting in that throne, and it was essentially just like handed to you. Which one of us, like, I've obviously lived a more difficult life, but which one of us is right? And it's kind of like this weird thing that if you don't, like, if you side with one, it's kind of like you're against the other, but it's not exactly. That's not what, like, Black Panther's saying. He's saying, I get what you're saying, but that's an extreme, and we shouldn't do that, because the villain wants to ship weapons around the world, like the Wakandan weapons, like the, like, it's like giving.
It's made out of vibranium. Vibranium weapons.
They're giving Star Wars weapons to people with stakes. Like, that's essentially what they're doing. Not stakes, but,
You know.
they're giving homeboys with GATS lasers. So, that's what they're doing. And he's like, no, let's not do that. But I see what you're saying. We need to change. Like, the whole movie's about Wakanda getting out of the dark and changing.
Yeah.
And so, like, even at the UN at the end of the movie, he's like, it's time for Wakanda to get out of here and, like, help the world. And the one guy goes, how's a country of farmers supposed to help us? Because that's what the world thinks of Wakanda, country of farmers. And everyone just smirks. Like, everyone that knows what Wakanda is just goes, because Wakanda has, like, floating spaceships and crap. Like, the guy says they heal a wound that should have taken 6 days to heal. Like, not even half a day to heal. Oh, that was a nasty burp.
Like, from an outsider looking in, you would think that the movie's like all black people propaganda. But really,
I assume so.
it really isn't. It's more like uniting propaganda, if that makes sense.
It's just
Like
yeah,
that's what T'Challa is like
T'Challa's Black Panther's actual name.
for anyone who didn't know that.
Well, I think most people that probably
They never
just-
say T'Challa in the thing. They go, "You are king of Wakanda." Like,
They do.
they never say T'Challa.
Did they ever say T'Challa?
They never say his name like Winter Soldier.
No, they said it a few times.
They don't say T'Challa. They say like Black Panther or like whatever his other is like English.
They said
name.
T'Challa once or twice.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
His real name's T'Challa. That's it.
Yeah, his real name's T'Challa.
Yeah.
They may have some like white name for him and like I don't know whatever, but
So, oh my gosh, I don't want to give too many Black Panther spoilers.
We could just say like spoilers. It doesn't matter.
Spoilers. At the end, when he calls him White, what do you call him? White Wolf?
White Wolf. They called
They called
So at the end, like like they have 2 bonus scenes now for like Marvel movies, and it tricks people because at the end of like there's like the movie credits and then there's like the production credits.
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie credits, there's like this cool little scene, and everyone gets up and leaves except like the few people that are like, I know what they're trying to do. Yeah. And so they sit through like the production credits, like all the special thanks and stuff. Who were the special things that we're surprised by?
Donald Glover
Wait,
was
what
in
did
the
he
special
do?
things. I think he worked on the script a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
And we were like, and then like Bucky
Oh yeah.
walks out of like a tent in like very like African like clothes, like tribal clothing. He like he doesn't have like his metal arm. It's just like one of the ladies is like, "Oh, you're awake, Sergeant Barnes," and he goes, "Just call me Bucky." And then it says, "Oh," and the kids run away going, "White Wolf, White Wolf," and we'll like,
There's Geralt that and there's a character in the Black Panther comics called White Wolf.
Yeah.
I love The Witcher.
He's not Bucky. He is T'Challa's brother.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good movie.
Connor, how long have we been going for?
It's one of the better ones
About
that they've.
43 minutes now.
Let's give them like.
Are you bored?
It actually hasn't felt like that long.
Yeah. No.
No, I think we should give it like an hour.
An hour.
So
Yeah.
that if Connor edits
A little bit
down
over,
so that
over an hour. Yeah.
so that he has like so we have like 30 minutes or something like. No, we're not like there's no constraints on how much you have to edit it down. Like it can be as long as it wants to be,
Yeah.
but just to like.
Are you downloading the Rainbow Six?
Yeah, it's downloading right now.
Good.
Why do you look so tired?
You look
You're just
baked.
bored. You look.
No, I'm just really tired for some reason.
You look high.
It's more the bags on the
So you're gonna do some thinking.
Some thinking.
So
Thinking.
for some context, at one of my birthday parties, Tyler was laying on
Jerking
the
my
couch.
gherkin.
No, he was laying on the couch, and
Jalen was jerking my gherkin.
we were sitting there, and it was me and
That's
our buddy
nice. You don't
Garrett.
have to like bleep that out or like cut it out. It's just called jerk my gherkin. That's mine.
Yeah, I had to adjust it, man. It was really,
I'm
it
trying
was
to
getting
tell
really
the story.
tight.
Me and our friend Garrett were playing some video games, and Tyler was like, "I'm not going to fall asleep at all today." He slept through that war zone of Borderlands 2 that was that one
Oh
night.
yeah, that's Connor's house.
Yeah.
I could not sleep
Not only
through that, but
that-
Tyler was like,
Do I actually snore?
Dude, it's nuts. Literally, you snore like 5 seconds after you fall asleep. It astounds
You
me.
snore and Connor says like weird prophetic visions. Like the ice cream cup is not worthy.
Oh yeah,
that was the
no,
funniest thing
no.
I've ever
My
heard.
dream was literally just all of us sitting in a car, and we were all eating ice cream. But I look over at Jalen, and Jalen's ice cream is just melting over his hand, and he just looks the saddest I've ever seen him.
When was that at?
That was at Tyler's house.
Okay,
Tyler's
so we were at Tyler's dad's house, a New Year's party, and I'm usually like the last one up at these parties because I like I have weird issues with sleeping before other people.
Hi, Ghost.
So-
Ghost.
Connor's like everyone's like asleep, and I'm just playing games like half asleep, half awake, like just busting it out. And then I hear Connor just go, "The ice cream is not worthy," and then he just like silence for the entire night. And so he wakes up, and Connor does not believe me for
No, I
anything.
believe you. I've never
No,
heard
like,
myself
in the
or-
second, he didn't believe me like at all, and he's like, "What did I say? What did I say?" Looking for some proof, and I told him, and then Connor has like an awakening because he was actually dreaming of ice cream and he believed me.
No, the thing is, like, I've never heard anyone tell me, like, oh yeah, you talk in your sleep or anything
I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure
I've
I
never
talk
done
in
that.
my sleep.
I'm sure you have.
You say things that I don't like repeating in your sleep, though.
So
Have
I remember
called
this one time I was at my
Harlington before.
No.
I remember I was at my friend's house once and I was sleeping and then apparently once I said awaken my love and he was just
You
like,
told us.
I told you that?
Yeah, you told me that.
Well, I haven't told the podcast.
I love Childish Gambino.
We're
That
friends
album
on
was
the
actually
podcast.
really good.
Oh, I love.
I found
Tyler,
out-
the Creator.
I found out where the term podcast come from.
What is it?
I didn't know this. The term
We don't either.
came from
What did the term
When-
come from?
iPods were created.
Really?
They were originally just called broadcasts, but when iPods came out, they called them podcasts. And now they're just used. That's just the term for it for anything.
I
we-
was shaping the world.
Wow, I wish they Apple
Still
stole my
stealing ideas, huh?
Still.
I'm just kidding.
Copycats. Saturday. That was the. I can't
I
believe
come
we
from
actually
the
did the
land of
podcast
the
Saturday
sun.
night with the boys. That's
Saturday is for
amazing.
the boys.
No, because like our little patron saints that we like to call them on the
Don't forget to
unofficial
support
podcast.
us on Patreon.
No,
We don't have a Patreon.
No, like the patron saints of this podcast are like the unofficial podcast are four amazing guys, and that's like kind of like this all came from. And so
What are you talking about? No, it didn't.
yeah, well, Tyler, we talked about it endlessly,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, we'll call ourselves the unofficial official podcast, and like,
What are you talking about?
and so shut up, and so that's where like. And we're like trying to think of names. The cat just ambushed, and
Ghost.
Jalen and Connor almost shit themselves. So
Stop it, guys! You're gonna,
darkness.
guys, you're gonna scare the shit out of them.
They scared the shit out of us.
We've been pansies.
while they're having heart attacks, and so we were trying to think of names of like what to name this podcast. What are we gonna name it? We can't like obviously like just riff off their name. And so it was Saturday night at Connor's house, our first unofficial episode that we can't use because it's too NSFW.
It is
So-
because it was actually
Oh
Sunday
my
morning.
god, that light is making me upset.
It was Sunday morning.
We have a flickering.
And it was
light in
like
the corner
2
of
o'clock in the morning.
Then who's
You guys are
flickering
gone.
the lights?
Both of you were gone, so everything you said was completely.
When did you record it?
Ghost.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 or 3.
I'm so glad we're recording this earlier.
Oh yeah, no. We should probably start at like 11:30, and then it goes through 12. So like the halfway mark it turns into Sunday morning with the boys.
That's actually good. That's
those
actually good. Yeah.
those memes are like my favorite. They're like shit gets real personal around 12, like after midnight, and it's like 11:59. Oh, I like Cheerios. What about you? Yeah, me too. And it's like 12:01. I murdered a man once, and it's like, and I feel like it happens a lot because every time we like stay the night with each other, we always end up having like really personal conversations.
Well,
but
that's
they're
the
always
fun
like
part.
really late and early in the morning.
To me, that's the best part about these kind of things. It's just
Yeah, but it doesn't happen with other people. It happens with just us. Like I can go to Jalen's birthday party.
Because we're
drama
tight-knit.
girls.
No,
Come on, guys.
No, we are the group from Mean Girls. That's what we are. We are the Mean Girls.
What's
group.
wrong with that?
Mean
I
Girls.
like Mean Girls. It's
No,
a good
not,
movie.
not Mean Girls. Mean Girls.
I said Mean Girls.
I said mean. I was
No,
like, no,
I'm not that.
I will say I have never seen Mean Girls before.
Don't.
You should watch it. It's
it
actually
good?
pretty.
Imagine female versions of us being really mean to a one girl, and that's the entire movie.
Oh,
that's
that is
not
us.
fun to watch.
Oh, it's hilarious.
No, have you seen Easy A? Like-
Yeah, wait, that's the one where the student fucks the teacher, right?
I mean, that's something that happens.
That's one
but
minor subplot in the entire
Yeah.
movie, but yes.
It's
Hey,
by.
I mean, you also do that in
The main
Persona 5.
character is Emma Stone.
Hey, no.
That's the best example that was Persona 5.
Did you guys know? I found this out that the birthday song was like
Copywritten.
Yeah, it was patent. It was like patented until recently. You couldn't like use it for like public venues, and that's why like in a lot of earlier TV shows and a lot of like birthday things, and even up till now, I think you see like cartoons where they don't sing the actual happy birthday song; they sing like weird altered versions of it. Like I know in one of the Persona like animes, they go, "Happy birthday, it's your birthday." Like I don't know, but
They do restaurants.
yeah, and it's
Restaurants don't,
Oh, yeah.
don't sing happy birthday. And I was wondering why, but it's because
They have
copyright.
those weird clapping people in a circle, and it looks like a satanic ritual.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Oh, he
Do you need to speak in that general direction? Or can you hear yourself fine?
It's like a 360 recording thing. but
Okay,
it
I was
works.
like, you need to speak more.
It's
in that
to
general
get
direction.
both me and Tyler's voice. So.
Okay, no, I was like, I saw the thing and I was like making minor spikes, and I was like,
I
you
know.
need to
I know.
talk
My
that way.
sweet-
I can just fix that
My
right now.
sweet son
I'll
is
make the mic more
here.
sensitive.
But then it would pick up your
Yeah, I
voice,
think
and I
that's what
want
he's trying to
that mic. So that's why I want you guys to talk a little bit more.
Oh, okay,
into it.
so me.
No, not like that. But just like have it pretty
Before the mic.
close to
If I bore the mic, that'll give us interesting guests on the podcast.
I was actually messing around with that mic at home, and
What do
I
you mean messing around?
just making random noise,
Oh, I
like
was
banging it against like my bed frame
Beautiful.
and like crinkling like paper next to it, and then I put reverb on it, and it sounded like something for a horror game. It sounded like Silent Hill, like monsters you would
Oh,
hear in the
gosh,
distance. Just
Silent
what
Hill,
you
the
see.
actual ending, the one where the dog's sitting at the console typing buttons.
I like that.
Have you seen the actual ending of Silent Hill?
Yeah,
It's sad.
No. So there's that ending, but then there's the other one that's like super anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like you kill. Spoiler alert for like a 20-year-old game. You kill God essentially, and then it's like, but it's actually your daughter that you shot,
Yeah.
and then the credits roll. She's like, "Dad, why'd you do that?" And you're like, "I'm sorry. And what have I done?" And then the credits roll.
Like when you're near Automata endings.
No, Nier Automata has a great ending.
No, one of them. Doesn't that game have like 26 endings?
Joke endings? That's not a joke ending. That's a real ending.
I know. I heard a cool theory about it that like you like show up in a car for Silent Hill, and like your wife's body's in the
I'm
back
not
of that
falling
car.
asleep, my boy. I'm waiting for my cat to come back.
Yeah, I forgot what the main thing about him going to Silent Hill is that
Like,
he's trying to find his daughter.
it's either one or two, but like the theory is that like in the back of the car that you show up in is your wife's body, and that you went there to like bury it,
Yeah.
and everything that tortures you.
I think that's the kicker, is that he kills his wife, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the whole like end.
Oh no, that's the second one.
Okay, so I'm thinking of the second one.
The second one, the kicker is that he kills his wife.
Because the whole game is just like, oh, this whole thing, just demons inside your head. And I go, I can relate. And
Oh
you
my God.
have a sad moment. You have a sad moment when you realize it's all just games that you play with yourself.
The voices in your head, did they sound like voice actors?
One of them.
Troy Baker?
Hey.
No,
Then we got Mark Hamill.
they're all me, but I can make them sound differently if I want to have fun.
Different accents.
Just different accents that I do. I can't make them like. I wish I could make them sound like Emma Stone because that way I can just have her voice talking to me.
Does one of them sound like Mufasa?
No.
Mumbo.
Yeah, when I get into like one of my crazy spurts.
I saw the elephant graveyard. We never
So,
go there.
no, I pulled out a great Mufasa impression earlier today, but I don't think I can do it again.
No, what happened was we were setting all this up, and there's an
When did
area
you guys
that
get
was
here?
like,
I got here at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got here at 5, and then they got here at like 5:15.
yeah.
So
They?
it's just, yeah, those two.
Oh, I was like, why would he be here later than us?
Well, I was here earlier than both of them.
Okay, I was like, he's so adorable.
Look at the boy.
Mm.
You good?
Mountain strider.
Dab.
I feel like Tyler would be the one that either talks a lot or talks very little.
Shut the fuck up. I will fucking lay you with alien eyes.
God, he's
The
gonna.
best part of that is
I love Kanye.
that's the exact delivery that he gave too.
Yeah.
Just sounded so tired. It's great.
You tell me they don't look at me like I'm the motherfucking glitch.
Wait, have you seen that movie? I forget what it is. It's
No.
It's one of those two guys getting like
Nope.
a guitar fight with Satan.
Wait, what? Repeat that?
So
The
this-
devil went down to Georgia.
Oh yeah, he was looking for Soul to Steal, right?
No, these two guys get into a guitar battle for the world with Satan.
You mean Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 2?
Yes.
Specifically number
Did you
2.
know they're making a third one?
No, wait.
Third
What is it gonna be?
Bill and Ted's.
No, like what's the?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just got Keanu Reeves and the other guy.
Oh, it's gonna be lovely.
As John
End of the
Wick. John Wick and Ted.
Ted, as in
TEDx.
no. Who is Ted, the final boss?
I'm happily impressed that we've been
What?
going this long with no script or no prompt. We've just been going this long.
Yeah, that's why I like this better.
No, I'm just happily impressed because
Because
last
now
time we
what?
had like topics.
This is
Topics.
This is basically the point of the podcast, because this is the whole. Because we do this so often, we were just like, why don't we make this a podcast? Because it's
We
really
do
easy.
this so
for
often.
us.
We have games mixed in the background.
We're gonna have a bunch of ads on this video.
So
We're
in the
gonna make
background of this video, you'll just hear the
some-
Sonic X theme.
Why Sonic? No,
Go,
Sonic
go,
R.
go, go, go.
Oh, yeah.
Just Sonic R.
Everybody super
Sonic
Sonic
Racing.
Racing.
No, we gotta play, what's it called? We gotta play some, like, the Doom soundtrack, but that has to be...
Oh God, no.
The Doom soundtrack, but played with a ukulele.
No,
The jazz version
fly me to
of
the moon, but the
WWE's
Bayonetta
soundtrack.
version.
The jazz version. No, I'll just play trumpet occasionally.
Shadow of the Colossus battle theme.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun,
I still need to get Shadow of the Colossus.
You should get it.
I want to,
let's get
because
the,
it's only like
Let's get the
$30.
Black Panther OST.
It's
Actually,
really
after
like-
I beat it, I'll just let you borrow it until you
Don't
beat
you have
it.
like a physical copy?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that like bother you?
No, it's just I thought you had a digital version.
No, I.
You asked, don't you have a physical copy?
I'm sorry.
Don't you have a physical copy? Yes. Okay.
Problem solved. I guess I got nothing to worry about. Yes.
It's a very good game.
It is a very good
Can you name all of the Colossus?
1,
By their
2,
actual
3,
names.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Give me
8,
the,
9, 10,
my
11,
phone,
12,
I can
13,
name
14,
them.
15,
I know one of them is Quadrus.
I know one of them is called Eris.
Man, I love Destiny.
And
One of them's called the fan name is Phalanx, but it's something else.
it's Valix.
Phalanx.
Okay, what's the name of the...
Actually,
Alright, alright.
Okay.
Come on, Ghost.
Phalanx, because it looks like penis.
Go!
No, I think. Why?
Come on, Ghost.
I think it's the monkey one.
What's the name of the one that's
okay.
Mindless
that's
destruction.
stationary and he has a big skirt
But a fool.
and part of his arm is on fire?
I don't know what.
The giant building one that I haven't gotten to because I can't.
That's the last
Colossus,
Colossus, I think, actually.
Boss fight. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
that's the
fucking
one. I watched
fucking
Joseph Anderson. I'm gonna shamelessly plug his YouTube channel here. And-
Shamelessly plug something you don't own.
Why are we gonna share? Why are we plugging things that we don't have any connection to?
because I want to support my favorite.
It's not a
YouTuber.
plug if we don't have connections to it. It's just you talking about something.
Great. Yeah.
Anyway, we're not gonna go to that. It's rotten. And we're out of time.
That's what happened to me in psychology. But Tyler, go ahead.
Like you share.
Austin,
Well, I do and I don't.
I will
Why not?
actually get up right now and walk over there and
Okay.
fucking soup.
I thought. No, I thought it was gonna ride Miki.
Ooh, I love it. That anime is.
But no, it's Dead Man Wonderland.
What? Oh, for sure.
I like how Dead Man Wonderland doesn't have a second season, which means the anime is just kind of like.
The anime was okay.
It's supposed to have a second season. I don't know where it is. It's like
It's never coming.
Half-Life 3.
Yeah, no.
No, it's like Connor, just never coming.
To the party.
What?
The PewDiePie party.
Pretty sure he makes himself do it all the time.
What? Me coming to parties?
No, not
Nothing.
coming in general.
And boom.
And cut.
God, I hate you all.
Alright, how much time do we have?
We got 59 minutes.
Alrighty.
No, we're not ending it here. We're not ending it here. We got, like, 10
Honestly, I
minutes
think
more.
we should just end it when we run out of practice.
Yeah, when we just like
that way
dead
you
silent.
can just like. And don't be all like religion with when you edit it and be like, oh,
I'm
bad,
not.
bad word.
No. I'll bleep out certain stuff maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I hate.
Unless I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna edit it slick so it doesn't sound like I actually cut it. It just sounds like constant.
No, you know what you should do? You should make it for whenever we say a curse word, it makes the sound. It makes the sound of water hitting the ground. Just whoosh.
No, it's because that masturbating.
Oh god. Everyone's gonna have their own unique noise to them.
That's going to be horrific for you to edit if you
What
had to
would
do
mine
that,
be,
actually.
Tyler's gonna have thighs clapping because that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Barbaric.
There goes my phone, you cuck.
I'm sorry.
I wish I had a software that recorded more than.
I wish I had $1 million so I could
If you had a mixer,
order
you'd be
all
able
to
to.
genetically engineer cat girls.
I have
Right.
a
If
music
you had a mixer,
account.
you'd be able to.
If I had a mixer, but I ain't
Or
got
if you
it.
had a mixer.
You have a Musically account?
I do.
Austin, Probably off yourself.
I enjoy it actually because it's actually really funny.
What?
Yeah, okay,
What were you saying?
retard.
I said I have a Musical.ly account, but only because it's like fun. I enjoy it.
I can't talk to you anymore. I'm sorry.
Why can't you talk to me?
Because I don't like Musically.
I don't care if you don't like it. It's funny to watch.
And it makes me cry.
Yeah, it's making cry because all Hannah does is like depressed rants. On
XD,
Musical.ly.
I love Jacksepticeye and insert.
No, that's she can't even talk on Musical.ly. You don't understand. But it's just a lot of her things.
My sister uses Musically.
I don't know,
What's the
all
name of
people
that?
you know
What's the name of that?
That's
stupid
no.
YouTube
I'm
show
glad
so
you
much?
don't, but my sister uses it, so therefore.
No, not you. You don't give a
You
shit.
have to.
My
My sister tried to follow me on Snapchat, and I was like, "No, you don't." And I blocked her.
I wonder if Childish Gambino is really
Donald.
Danny Glover.
The fact that it's Danny and not Donald.
Does Childish Gambino is Donald Glover?
Okay, wait. You know what? You know what annoys me like a tad bit?
What?
When fans call YouTubers by their first name, like they're like one-on-one buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, I call H3 Ethan.
No, I'm just like. Like when people say it, like they're
It's
like
like
close
Michael
friends. Like you
Vsauce,
can say it.
Michael.
Like obviously,
I won't call. Okay, so if it's like something like H3 Productions, because that's their
No,
thing,
yeah, like
I'll
you
call
call them
him
specifically
Ethan.
by your.
But if it's like PewDiePie, I'm not going to call him Felix.
yeah,
I'm going
like
to call him PewDiePie.
and like you can say like, "Hey Felix," like as like, "Oh, I love Felix," but I don't like it when people like say it like they're like best friends. Like on
Oh, like
one-on-one.
JonTron, they say John. Tyler, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
JonTron.
You started snoring a little bit.
How do you not?
I heard it.
No,
I was
but-
like, I was like just chilling, and I heard like, and I was like, no.
If they use their name in their thing, like Markiplier, call him Mark.
No, I get that. I'm not gonna walk up to Markiplier and be like, "Hey, Markiplier," even though I've met him. He doesn't remember me.
I'm gonna
be
walk
like,
up to
"Hey,
Markiplier
Mark,
and
I'm
say,
not gonna,
hey,
like you said, I'm not gonna walk up to
H.
H3. Like you can say their name, but what annoys me is when you say it like you've known them your entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Oh, hey Ethan, what's up? Like you don't know him. He doesn't know you. You're some fan off the street that was getting coffee and he was thirsty. That's all the connection that you two have. And don't say it like you've been best friends since childhood and you just saw him like in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that annoys me. But I have very Machiavellian points of view. Well, Machiavellian is, go look it up. But
Whoa. Angry.
not angry.
Angry
It's,
boys.
that's what makes me salty. Because I have to listen to that quite often.
Like a saltine cracker.
I am a very like I'm not
It's a
good.
bit wider than one.
No, I'm not perfect saltine cracker. I'm not perfect saltine cracker at the bottom. That's not crack it or broken. But you know it ain't gonna taste good. just
But
'cause
some of them
it
are
hurts.
burnt. You have to be like the ones that aren't burnt.
Exactly, I'm not perfect saltine
Yeah,
cracker.
yeah.
I am the perfect race.
Oh.
Oh. So no, what I was gonna ask before it's all started, but it's too late, was if we're gonna go by like our tag names or if we're gonna go by our
We'll just go by your names.
I think we
Because
should just
why?
go by our-
Why?
It's-
because I was like, we'll call him
The
Gemma.
Floyd
We'll
Jacks.
call you. No, you can call me like
Jax.
Jax. What was his name? Corn? No, it wasn't Corn. You're Corn.
He's
Oreo.
He was Oreo. Yeah.
Then Tyler was Crusader. Tyler! Wake your ass up.
I love how
Oh my god.
it's like one of those sleeping, it's like a Gorgon from Zelda, like when you like click to like yeah. Here's dialogue. I think we should just let him sleep.
I think we should end it here.
Should we end it here?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this time with the Saturday Night Podcast with the boys. Now Sunday morning with the boys. I and them. These are our wonderful hosts. So please list off your names.
I'm Connor.
Jalen.
Ordman McClave.
These
No,
are our
you-
wonderful.
You say your name.
hosts.
You say your name.
He's Austin.
I'm Austin.
And thank you for listening.
And
Please
Tyler.
What's
support
that's
us
Tyler.
on Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
We'll make
please,
one.
I'm sure we'll edit
no,
something.
no, we haven't made up.
No, we have
we
sat
have
down
it
with the
already.
boys. We have a banner. We have a profile picture.
No, we don't.
Subscribe.
We have like temporary ones.
Yeah, but temporary ones. We don't have official art yet. We'll get our friends.
Also,
Oh my
she has
god.
time.
Subscribe
Post-
to Saturday Night with the Boys.
Adorable
Thank you.
blondie.
Good night.
post
Night.
in your post in the comments your topics for next episode and questions.
No. We don't have.
We don't have enough people for that.
And also, the point of the podcast is that we don't have any topics
Okay, post your
we just.
questions then if that you have for us, and we might answer some.
I don't think we have an audience
If you're
big
gonna
We
enough.
don't have an audience.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ask
say.
about skin color. Don't bother. We're all white except Jalen.
Alright.
Oreo. There it was. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
I'm Paul. I'm Paul. I'm Paul. I'm Paul.